Okay, this video's in the dark because it's late and it doesn't matter how much light there is as long as the message is there. Okay, um, this video is about how to do right by someone when they open up to you, when they let you in. And this is for people who feel like they're antisocial and they're always like making a mess, like a predator, and bumbling their way through relationships. And this is also for empaths who are shocked that somebody even wants to spend time with them. Like, both extremes are a no bueno. First thing everybody needs to know is that you're worthy of love, and you're worthy of wholesomeness, kindness, being listened to, being honored as a person. And also know that everyone is not going to be a perfect puzzle piece for you, and to not take that personal. Like, if you can get that straight, then you can save yourself a lot of pain on either side. Empaths can equally be as abusive by just allowing people who are too immature to know what it means to love someone, care for someone, respect someone, honor someone. If you see someone is not getting those cues from you, that those are your real needs and you are a real person, then maybe that person should be like left alone until duly noted, until they get some therapy or get some help. And that doesn't mean you are their like nominated therapist for the rest of their lives. And also know, empaths, that if you are going to be in relationship with someone, they have to be up to your standards already. You can't have a project pet and expect for them to love you perfectly in 3 months, just because you, in your mind, have done everything you possibly could to possibly love them, in the ways that they need. You met all of their needs, so why isn't this thing working? Now, isn't that the same thing narcissists do to empaths, right? They want us to have the perfect image so that we are like the perfect Polly Pocket for them out in society, in their families, or even just give them narcissistic supply whenever they need, while they give us the cold shoulder. And so empaths turn around and do the same thing. They're like, well, if someone doesn't love me the way I want to be loved and need to be loved and deserve to be loved, the way I taught him to love me, you know, whether that be like being faithful and loyal, honest, pure-hearted, cuddling, holding, kissing, being affectionate, making good love, making a good breakfast in the morning, being attentive, looking into someone's eyes. Now, for someone who is not trained sensually to be that way, don't you think that's a lot? Doesn't it take baby steps? Now, and for empaths as well, doesn't it take baby steps for you to come out of the closet and show the world who you are in certain ways? It's different types of intimacies, and there's different types of learning and knowledge, you know. Okay, so how do you love someone that opens up themselves to you? Okay, we just named about setting boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. Boundaries does not mean you're being mean. Boundaries shows self-care. And also, when you show self-care, you're also caring about the other, because we're all one. That's how this works. The more you love yourself, the more you're actually loving other people. And now someone who gets around you and feels slighted by the strength of your love, then they're not ready to love themselves that much. You can't take that personal. Don't ever drop your self-love for someone else. Let them just mosey along. It's okay to not get along with everybody. Don't stay and try to fix it. Okay? Don't open up even more once you see the offense of someone not loving you being made. Don't go, well, maybe I need to push harder. Maybe I need to love more. No. you need to let that person go. Okay? And for people who see an empath, opening themselves up to you like a freaking lotus flower to be so that they can help you heal, and that you don't have what it takes. You're not even willing to try. You're just willing to pretend for as long as you can hold that pose like the scarecrow. You know what I'm saying? With your fake ass. However long you can fake it, that's how long you'll take. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Be a good person for once in your life and be like, okay, I'm going to have to do something, a hard thing here. I see like the lotus flower, the most beautiful flower opening up to me in the world. And I'm going to have to grow up and tell you the truth is that I am not capable, willing, or able. Until Lassie, run away. No, Lassie, run away. Now, I've had the luxury of having people tell me this. And when I was in my 20s, guys would be like, oh my gosh, you are so sweet. I don't want to ruin you. I don't want to hurt you. You're so pure. You shouldn't date me. That was honor. I respected that, and I let them go on their merry way. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. I respected them for that. Now, for those guys that did that, I saw the look on their face, and they were shaking their head and chopping their lips like, ooh, that was the hardest thing I ever did. But they did it. Be that person, please. Okay? Okay. Now, if someone does open up to you and you are willing to love them, know that you're up and in for the challenge of your life. Learning how to love is one of the most hardest endeavors you can ever embark on, let alone self-love, because self-love comes first. You can't really love anyone unless you love yourself. So while you're in a relationship, and you don't know how to love someone, and you guys are opening up to each other, this is not going to be an easy relationship. It's going to be work. It's going to be healing work. It's like, but I love him. I love her. We want to be together. It's like, okay. So my advice to you is it's kind of like take a break sometimes. Don't nitpick at each other so much. Spend a little time apart, because those types of relationships, you can spend a lot of time trying to fix things. And it doesn't make the healing process go faster. It actually makes you resent the other person. So what I'm really trying to say is, it's really best for you to focus on loving yourself first before you get into a relationship with someone else. It's damn near impossible to not point the finger at someone else when they're constantly triggering you. And in this case, the triggering means that it's being thrown in your face how unloving you are all the time, or how much love you need. And you're looking in the mirror. To be honest, a narcissist and an empath can be two sides of the same coin. Empath, have you ever thought about why you're attracted to the narcissist? Isn't it the quick love bombing that you fall in love with? Right? You guys both fall in love with love bombing, and you don't want to lose it. But one person turns cold, and the other person gets more and more and more, needs more and more and more and more. And the other person stops being willing to give, and and one person gives and gives until they're bleeding, and they have nothing else to give, and one person never had anything to give in the first place, and the other person is only giving because they were love bombed. Think about it. Okay, so I always share a little bit about me. So I just got out of a relationship that was not completely one-sided, but in the end it turned out to be. And I felt like I was going through withdrawals, honey. Like I'm like, man, am I a narcissist now? Like I feel like sometimes a narcissist can turn you out and turn you into a narcissist. And all you really want is the pleasure back. Like F the relationship, right? You just want that thing back. But you can't ever have it back. When you realize it wasn't real, it becomes like a body attachment. It becomes an attachment. And that's what makes it really hard to leave. Attachments are don't bad habits don't break easy, right? I don't know what the right saying is. I'm sure there's a saying about that. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. You guys have a blessed evening, a supernatural, fantastic day, and a good night's rest. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.